Okay. Itamexkanatani, good morning. It is about 9:30 in the AM on Moon Day, January 30th, 2023, in the lunar cycle Katoi, which is the fourth of our 5 or 7 winter moons, sorry. And it's the period when, in the past, people might run out of food stores, you know, the things that they'd put away in the summer. And so there's starvation that goes on this time of year. In the past, this was the real hard one, the hard moon to really push through. Have to rely on relatives sometimes to, if you've run out of food. That's what the name truncated refers to, Katoi, to get assistance eating. I'm out here headed toward the confluence of the St. Mary's and Oldman rivers, which is an important site in the past because it's the gateway basically into the northern half, the northern lodge of Kitawaksin on, Blackfoot territory. And it was the original site of Fort Whoop-Up too. We're not going to go quite to the old fort. I think that's well beyond the 5K mark. But we'll go a little ways. I haven't been doing my walks for last 4 or 5 days. Part of that is owing to a temperature drop. Today is not bad. It's just 14 degrees below zero. But yesterday, when I went out for my walk and talk with Carol, it was 21 below with a wind. So it was quite chilly. But it's not just the temperatures that have been kind of keeping me from going out and exercising a little bit. It's also just been my mental state, still having days when I'm really down, about the breakup that's now a month past, I don't know why it's so difficult for me. I'm finding it so difficult to get over this, but that's how it's been. I don't know. I guess it maybe just because it's first time ever, really, that I've been on the rejection side of a breakup. So whatever. But she would probably say that I'm the one that rejected her because I am the one that kicked her out of my house. But shouldn't be talking about that anyway. Got my friend coming over tonight. That'll cheer me up. She's probably gonna stay a couple of days. My new friend. She's bringing her little doggy to meet. She's got a Chihuahua as well, so she's gonna bring her little doggy to meet Polly and Lucy. Just looking around, I thought I might have seen an eagle in a tree. When I came into the park here, well, it's Popson Park that I drove down into to access the river. When I came down in here, there were eagles, 5 or 6 of them, that flew upstream. Geez, why am I breaking through here? I better get up onto the land. There's probably just a weak spot in the ice here. Just follow the shore for just a little bit. But yeah, there were 5 or 6 eagles that came through. I couldn't get the camera trained on most of them. I just caught the last one really good as it flew past. Some of them were mature, some were immature. We are headed into the next lunar cycle will be beat that some the eagle moon, and this is when the eagles mate and start nesting, and the owls as well. So I still haven't found an owl nest to monitor for this year. I don't know if the owls are doing so good in Lethbridge as I used to be, because I used to encounter great horned owls quite frequently, and now not so much. There were reports of a couple of owl deaths, probably due to avian flu, over the winter here. People finding dead owls. So I don't know, but there'll definitely be some owl nests somewhere, probably in Cottonwood Park, just up ahead. That forest in there, I know where there's an owl nest that has been over the years, over probably last decade, pretty frequently used. Should probably check on that one. Anyhow, figured I'd start up the camera, take you along with me in my day, and see where it brings us. Check it out, I've spotted an eagle up here in this tree. Where's he at? There he goes. Fuck. There he is. I thought it might be an owl, but no. I think I will go maybe check that owl nest in the forest here. It's yet another eagle. This one's way back at the edge of the forest. He's probably looking for rabbits out that way. I'm gonna head into the forest out this way where I know the nest is, or a nest. Although there's been multiple owls who've nested in this forest in the past, and this is the only area where I've ever seen a long-eared owl, like anywhere in the region. And it was only passing through, of course, but it's a snowy winter day like this. Yeah, that eagle's just hanging out. This forest is like an old friend. I used to spend most of my winter out here at what's called Cottonwood Park, but the confluence of the rivers. Most of my winter here studying nature, and then most of my summer at Spokane. Yeah, and a lot has just stayed the same, but there's things that change, you know, all the time. And one of the things that's changed, it seems, is that the owl nest that I was watching before has disappeared, which is not surprising. It was in use last year, though, I think, or the year before. In recent years, it was still being used, but, you know, sometimes they'll have a brood and then they'll abuse the nest, and it'll kind of fall apart, and they'll wait and maybe build another nest the next year or take over them. Usually the owls will take over something else, eh? Like the red-tailed hawks or Swenson's hawks will build a nest down here and use it one year, and then the next year the owls move in and they nest earlier, so they'll just take it over, and by the time the hawks come back to reuse it, it's too bad the owls are already there with with their brood. And the owls are tougher than the hawks. The owls are tougher than everybody. They'll take over an eagle's nest. They'll steal it right from the eagle if they want, because they both kind of do their mating at the same time. But yeah, I'm just kind of walking through to see if there's a new nest anywhere. I hear a chickadee following me, probably looking for a handout. Lots of people in Lethbridge have started hand feeding the chickadees in some of the parks, and I don't know, there's some people that frown on that. I don't really. I think it's a good thing to bring food offerings out to these animals in these cold times. Although some of the nourishment is questionable, I suppose. I think if you give these guys good seeds, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, there used to be an owl's nest at this meadow over here. And it was used for, it was a hawk's nest first and then fell apart eventually after the owls used it for several years. Oh, I've gone 3 kilometers. Yeah, there used to be an owl's nest right up in here. Doesn't look like it anymore. This meadow is really good for hunting. Just a nice forest surrounded meadow, forest surrounded, so that the deer and stuff feel protected in here. And you know, apparently it's good for hunting for the owls and hawks too, because they always like to nest here. I'm surprised I haven't seen any deer down here walking through the forest as yet. Well, I didn't find any new owl nests in the forest, but there's a lot of forest to cover. I just walked through the one section where they usually put their nests, so they shouldn't be sitting it yet anyway. And even if I found it, the likelihood that I'd find the owl right there, could be. But I mean, they might be around the nest by now, at least one of them. They should be coupled up already. The thing to do would be to come out here at night and listen for their song, their mating songs. The male goes hoo 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 hoo, or there he goes hoo 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 hoo, and then the female goes hoo 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 hoo. This is the confluence. Well, this is the Oldman River coming in here, but that's the St. Mary's right there. Still got a bit of open water right where they come together here. Little stream, no golden eyes, surprisingly, given that there's not a lot of open water along this stretch anywhere. It's a nice day, or a nice morning for a walk, you know, with the still air, a little bit of snow. I'm enjoying the atmosphere. almost back to where I parked my truck. Gone a little over 7 kilometers. I was thinking I'd like to start doing something new with these videos. I'd like to start, well, a lot of people have asked me in the past if I could include more Blackfoot language. And I was thinking, you know, maybe with every video now, I should introduce a new vocabulary word, a new phrase, something like this, that has to do with some content of the video. And that way I can learn some new things. Those who are out there wanting to learn Blackfoot language can learn some new things. And so today's vocab word, I think, will be, what do you call the river confluence? Like where two rivers come together. And the name for that, or the phrase for that, almost in Blackfoot, is Otsitutuchbi. Otsitutuchbi, which means where it comes together. Otsitutuchbi. So that'll be our word for today, and from now on, I think every time I do a video, or for a little while, we'll test it out. Every time I do a video, I'll introduce something new like that. Back home now, obviously, with my year-round holiday Halloween decor. Yeah, I went and did some grocery shopping on the way home. Like, just picked up some basic supplies, and then came back and started chilling out. Oh, shoveled the walkway outside, got all the new snow off of it because the snow is done for the morning. And since then, all I've been doing is working on this puzzle and watching YouTube videos. This is the puzzle that Britt got me for Christmas, and over the last couple of days I've been making a strong effort to kind of wrap it up. So maybe this will be the last day on it. I kind of hope so. Last day or two, get it off the way. I want to show you something else that I've been working on though. I'm going to have to invert the video to show you at the right angle, but check it out. Hopefully this will be in good view. This is a Blackfoot phrase journal that phrase and vocabulary journal that I've been working on this winter. I'm just using a black page sketchbook, and I've been writing in and breaking down the new vocabulary and stuff that I've had this winter, and sometimes drawing some little pictures to go along. Sometimes the pictures don't even go along, they're just stuff that was happening at the moment. But yeah, I put a little effort into this winter. Haven't been doing, like, I wanted to do every day, phrases every day, and I never got around to it. But it doesn't matter, it'll grow as it grows. I'm going to put today's phrase in there for today's vocabulary word. Let's see, what is it? Otsitutuchbi. Otsitutuchbi. The river conjunctions. And I like to use gold and white lettering. The gold I do for the Blackfoot word to begin with, and then the white I use to kind of break it down grammatically, how it's structured. So let's put today's word in there. Otsitu. be. So how does that break down? Well, I haven't figured it all out, but the beginning is easy. Oat, it. These mean like, this is reference to third, to like them or third party. So I'm just gonna put a 3 here to represent that. It is there or then. And then I think the beginning of this verb, otu, is the same as like arrive. Like if I say, you know, itami to gatto, like we've happily arrived at the moon gatto. But this ending here, this other addition to the verb, and this actually, at the very end, this achbi might be another like third person reference kind of thing. But for this ending, I'm just going to put a question mark, which I do on some of them. Meaning, I'm not really sure, hey, what that particle represents and such. But, and then in quotes, river conjunction. This is a vocabulary word that is not even in the published Blackfoot dictionary, so something you're only going to find here or in the community. And I'll probably I plan to draw a reconstruction of one of the Peter Fiddler maps. Peter Fiddler was a early Hudson's Bay cartographer that came through here in the 1700s and would ask native people to draw just in the dirt, their territories and stuff and the features of their territories and where other camps were and stuff like that. And so he's got 2 maps that kind of deal with south and northern Blackfoot lodges, the South Saskatchewan or the Missouri River, Upper Missouri River drainage basin and the Saskatchewan basin. So anyway, I'll probably draw that, but we'll get the phrases in there, a few more phrases in there, and kind of draw around it and that kind of thing. Anyway, that's all I've got so far going this afternoon. I need to do some advertising online for my business. If you're in Lethbridge and you're watching this and such, I am expanding, or you're in the Lethbridge area, I am expanding my trapping business to the neighboring townships as well, like, to like Coaldale, Colehurst, Diamond City area, I don't want to go too far out, but I'll go a little ways to some of those towns. I'm also adding to my business, I think I'm going to start doing pet sitting. So if you're planning on taking a vacation and you're looking for somebody that's good with animals to take care of your pets, get in contact with me. Oh yeah, and today's the day I got to package up and mail that skunk tarp. It's been sitting for a couple of days, so the scent is probably good to go. I'm going to put it in a box and get it on its way. Yeah, that's what we'll do next on the video, I think. Alright, here is how I am packaging the skunk tarp. Somebody had messaged me and said they'd be interested in a skunk tarp as long as I could make sure I packaged it in a way that didn't stink up their apartment. Well, here's how it is. It's in a glass canister that's sealed also with Gorilla Tape, in a cardboard box, in a bag, surrounded by potting soil. It should be good to go. Of course, I'll know better when I'm at the post office if that's true or not, because my nose for low levels of skunk is no good. Still might be too stinky, but we'll see. I doubt it. I think it's okay. So I'm going to package it up, take it over to the post office, see if they'll send it. Send it to Toronto. All right, we are rolling into Tuesday now. Just to close the video real quick, I didn't take any more footage last night. I'm on my way to the west side to check my porcupine trap in Riverstone. I'm sure it's empty. I think that porcupine has gone on his way, but I better go monitor it in any case. Yeah, I was able to mail that package yesterday. So as I was there, like standing at the desk at the post office with a small line of people behind me, I thought I could register a hint of skunk. I'm not sure if it was the package or if it was, just me, my person. Could have been either. But in any case, nobody raised any questions, and the lady took my package and everything went hunky-dory. So it is off. It's on its way to the client, and we can do that again. I've got another inquiry, so I'm going to touch base with them today and see if they want to do the same. What else? Oh yeah, I was expecting my friend to show up shortly after the post office visit, but she kind of got jammed at her mom's house, and then later she was more or less trying to sneak out of there without too many eyebrows raised, and so she didn't bother to bring her dog. I would have maybe, I was thinking about ending the video with a little bit of footage of the dogs meeting, but all's well. So yeah, we'll close out this video, and I'll check in